What's up, YouTubers? It's your brother Jeff back with another one. And you see, I titled this Death to Character, Morals, and the American Dream. You look at the Democratic Party, and there's more infighting than we're seeing. Why? Because this is what happens when you bring over uh, foreigners from other countries with other values, with other beliefs, with other ideologies, with other religions, and they don't assimilate to the ways of this country and the Constitution, and but come over with their immorality and their messed up thinking and all the injustices that they've been through. They bring, rather than take the injustices that they have been through and put it towards the country that caused it, they apply it to this country, the one that actually helped them get from the injustice in their life and the persecution in their lives. Now, why is that? You got Ilhan Omar. You see, I put her face on there on the title of this because this woman was delivered from persecution, from some type of form of slavery, I guess you would say, by a Lutheran church. And what does she do? She comes over here where there's freedom, where there's democracy, where there's character, where there's morals, where there's grace, where there's mercy. And rather than to enjoy and soak in and all of the peace, to soak in all of those things, she wants to take everything that she's been through and blame everybody and bring it over here to fight instead of going over there to fight it, or to fight it from here over there. She wants to fight within. That is no character in that woman. There's no morals in that woman. Her ideology and her heart and her mind is full of mixed up thinking that she brought over from that country, Somalia. Back when we fought the Iraq War, and the second time, Saddam Hussein was toppled, and I remember seeing him, and I'm going to try to find that video, of him standing before the courts, and he said something that I never forgot. He said that America has lost the war. They just don't know it yet. They just don't see that they've lost. And I thought, what is this man? This guy's crazy anyway. What is he talking about? But when you look at what he was doing, yeah, he was a crazy man himself. But he did one thing in that country that we went over and released, is he held, he held them in check, those crazy people that are now coming over into Europe and trying to come over here. Oh yeah, he held them in check. I mean, he did it in some he did it some bad ways, but he held them in check. And what did we do? We went over and started a war. What he said is true. You lost the war. Because if you go back and you look, who is ISIS? Well, ISIS was exactly who he held in check. Some of them were Republican, his own Republican Guard. Is who he held in check. As soon as they toppled Saddam Hussein, guess who rose up? The other thing is, Obama, who we had a lot of those leaders of ISIS in Guantanamo Bay, and Obama said, let them go. Let them go. And what did they do? He let them go, and what did they do? They start running out, beheading and killing and murdering. So now you have all of this mess. Now to ask the question, why on earth would the where the Democratic Party is right now, there's infighting within them? Why? Because you have one side that's, and I'm going to put it to you this way. They have white social liberals. On this side, you have illegal immigrants who became citizens of the country, who became representatives of the country, but did not assimilate and did not change their ways of thinking, their character, their morals. They don't appreciate this country. They could care less about this country. What they care about is teaching this country a lesson, because they blame this country for their persecution in other countries. Now go figure that one out. So now you got what I call doofus white social liberals like Pelosi and Schumer and many of those people that have been in those positions. We got to welcome them in. We got to open our borders and welcome them in. And we got to welcome them into the Congress. We got to welcome them into the Senate. We got to welcome them in. Again, how many times I got to tell everybody, go look at Europe, Canada, Germany. The same thing happened. And you know what they do? The illegal immigrants, they come over, they establish a citizenship illegally. They come over, they get voting power, they come over and they start murdering and raping and killing, and they come over and they start establishing their own laws and saying that the country is to blame for their poverty, their sufferings, that they have to surrender to them. That if you look at, you go through thousands of video of YouTube and look at the Muslims over there, and they will tell you that America is racist, Israel is racist, Germany is racist, France is racist, Canada, Australia is racist. They come over to a free country, free democracy, and they do nothing but attack the country that opened the borders for them. And what do we as a country of representatives and leaders do? We embrace them. So you got all the white social liberals. What are they doing? Racism. The real big problem is white people. White privileged people, white this, white that, white. That is a tool of the social media, a tool of the Democratic Party, a tool of Islam, utilizing our laws against us to try to paint a picture that the reasons for everybody's sufferings is white people. So you have the weird Democrat white social liberals embracing all these immoral, no character terrorists wanting to kill the American dream of this country, that all people are equal in the eyes of God, in the eyes of the Constitution. All have a right to work and to prosper and to do their best in this country and live free and without fear. But you have these white liberal fools that want to embrace everything that this country fought against. I will remind some people that watch this, yes, there was slavery in this country. And it was wrong. And guess what? White people, not Democrats, not social liberals, but white Christians, white conservatives, white Republicans fought on the battlefield against their own brothers who were white to see things right. And black Americans are free and have all the equality of the white man in this country this very moment. Now, did it start off that way? No. Has there been many battles fought? Yes. And white people, white Americans, have fought for the cause of freedom for black Americans, and it still goes on today. And I learned something from a pastor. He said, if you call someone of color, well, this black American, or this black this, or this black that, why don't you just call them American? And I agree with that. I look at my brothers, my American brothers, I don't care what nationality you are, what color you are, we are equal. We are brothers. We are American citizens who fight wars together, who go to football games together, who watch our kids grow up together, who go to school together. We go to the theme parks and have fun together. And, you know, it's a lie. What drives me crazy, I'm not trying to go too long on this. What drives me crazy is you got white people fighting white people for the wrong reasons. They're fighting the wrong enemy. It's not white. It's character. It's morals. It's about the American dream in this country. There's nobody in this country deserves reparations. I'm sorry. Nobody deserves nothing. And no illegal immigrant deserves anything. They have a freedom to come over in this country and be the best they can and contribute to this country's growth and contribute to the American dream. Nobody's owed anything. That is a lie. You bring me somebody that I owe somebody to, and then prove it to me. How do I owe them something? I don't owe any illegal immigrant nothing. I don't owe anybody from the past anything. I don't have much anyway. Man, I work every day. I get by paycheck to paycheck. I have a family, and I love God, and I love my country, and I love people. But again, that's what's missing in the White House, Congress, is God, morals, character, and understanding of what the real American dream is all about. What the founding fathers fought for this country so that we all can live at peace. We can all choose what we do in life. Do I want to see people that have character and morals and work hard and I've always said this: why are we taking care of illegal immigrants when we have many people in this country? And yes, many black, Hispanic citizens of this country that need help. Why aren't we helping them? Instead of won't open the borders and help everybody else but them. There are white people in this country that need help, that need a break. Not every white person is privileged or rich and listen, don't come to me and tell me white privilege. You don't know how anybody got there. That's your assumptions. You have phony Antifa knuckleheads out there don't have no sense. You can't debate facts with assumptions. You don't go and tell someone they're a white privileged person. How do you know about their life? You ever walked in their shoes? Unless you walked in their shoes, you don't know nothing. Just like these knucklehead Democrats up here that have no idea what they're talking about, because if anybody is privileged, it's everybody. I'm telling you, everybody from Congress, the Senate to the president, every one of them, they got it made. Some of them earned their way to the top. They scrimped, they scraped, they fought. Then there's some that were privileged, and they ain't just white. They're Hispanic, and look at Ilhan. There's a privileged one right there. Privileged. I call her privileged because she got privilege. She come over into a free country and got free stuff and free this and free that and all the way up. And does she appreciate it? Heck no. She don't appreciate it. She wants to tear down what she was blessed with. Mm-hmm. Believe that. So that's my rant for the day. But I'm begging my fellow brothers and sisters in this country that are citizens of this country to take the time. If you're gonna get your resources from CNN, NBC, you are a fool. They are liars. And yeah, if you go to Fox, do I say that Fox is accurate? No, but ask yourself this question: why is Fox being banned from the debates for president? Why is Fox being left out all the time? Because they're the only ones that set apart from the rest. Now, they don't do everything right, mind you. They don't do everything right. There's times I disagree with Fox. But 9 times out of 10, if I want to get a good handle on things, I'm going to watch Fox. They go both sides. They'll go after conservatives, Republicans. They'll go after Democrats. They'll go after everybody. And that's rare. That's a rarity. They're not one-sided. But I'm saying they're not perfect, okay? But if you look on, when you want to get into racism, watch morning, noon, and night news on all these channels, and you look how much diversity is on these stations. When I look at Fox, you got white, you got black, you got Hispanic, you got Asian. Now this is just Fox here local in the Metroplex, mind you. I don't know about the rest of the Fox. I'm just saying for me, I live here in the United States, okay? So, but I look at NBS, whatever, BS, that's it. And I see, and listen, here's something wrong with this. You shouldn't have an all-white. I tell people all the time, I would not go to a church that wasn't multicultural. I just wouldn't. Now, I get it. Some areas, populations are more of one race than another. And that you don't really have a choice in the matter. But I choose to go to a church that's multicultural. I have brothers and sisters of all cultures. I mean, Africa, three of them are from Africa. I have brothers that are right here locally of color. I have Hispanic brothers, Asian brothers. I have Indian brothers. There's so many. I have so many people in my life of different cultures. And I don't like to put color or labels, but if I'm just being specific about it, I have all kinds. And listen, I have black brothers, black Americans who make better decisions than I have in life. They have more stuff than I have, and it's not about the stuff, but they've made better choices in life. They have a better home. They have better finances. Their kids go to better schools than mine. That's what I'm talking about. Character, morals. These men have better character and morals than I do. And the fruit of it ain't got nothing to do with color. It has to do with character and morals. And you got brothers over there of all different colors that own businesses that are doctors. One brother, I got one brother who's a black American, black citizen, whatever you want to call him. He is a lawyer. and he is my brother. And we hug each other, and we treat each other like we are brothers in Christ, like we're supposed to. We don't look at each other in color. I only say the color thing to explain that what the Democratic Party is trying to say, that racism in this country, is a lie. This is a character issue. This is a moral issue. This is not a race issue. It's a lie. So anyway, that's enough. It's been 20 minutes. Good gravy. I didn't know it went that long. I'm sorry. Y'all have a great one, okay?